everybody's going in different directions and they're not following along. And I think it's easier if you try to learn what's going on, not by poking around, but
Right.
by just listening and watching and learning what's happening here, right? So, guys,
Perfect.
um, let's kind of get into it. So I'm Vince Meza with Listings to Leads. We're This call is for all of you agents over at Weichert who are just now learning about us. I think you're going to be pretty excited. We really love what we've got going on here. We've been around for about 10 years now. Not everybody knows us, but the people that know us love us. Um, and we're basically an online advertising platform for real estate with automated tools, a templated system, a checklist to follow. And all of these things are designed for agents to capture buyer leads, seller leads, referrals. And it doesn't matter if you have listings or if you don't have listings, there are still tools in here for you to use. So you'll all, I think actually in the past few minutes, you should all have an email from us, or it will be coming soon, saying that you have access, and it gives you your codes. You log in here at the top right where it says my account, and that will take you into your account. Uh, right now, I have a view like this, and if you log in, you will see your account as well. So let's kind of look at. I was poking around here at and looking at Miracles, and she has one listing in here. But let's look at her profile, um, and we'll kind of each of you should log in and set up your profile, and we'll get into that in a second. And then once you set up your profile, that sort of helps you use the tools, and I'm going to show you the tools that are automatically created. But before we go down that path, I want to talk about a few things of what do you do when you have um, when you're just getting started and you want to learn about our system, right? What do I do? We have a few things here that are super helpful, and one is our secret mastermind group. So this is on Facebook. Inside your Listings to Leads account is a link for you to get there, and for some reason, it's the weirdest process to get in this group. But it's very helpful, and I want to show you a few things here that are. This is basically where Scott and I talk about the new technology that's coming on. Um, our clients come in here and share what they've been doing. And actually, I want to point this out. This article right here by Terry, it's actually a question, and it was a great question, and the answer we really love because the answers are coming from our clients. And I want to read this to you because this is it's just a great example of what we're doing, right? So the question is, who here is listing two or more homes per month strictly by using L2L tools, right? What do you attribute that to exactly? Thanks for your insight. And there's a lot of comments, right? And I won't make you go through all of them, but this one here is pretty much it's great. It says, Terry, we average two listings from each marketed listing, all from L2L tools, FB ads, mailers, open houses, trying to get this number above 3 this year. So what that means is they market their listings with our tools that we automatically generate, and for every listing that they have, they get two more. And you'll see from our tools how that can be possible. All right. And then Terry comes back with the classic real estate answer or real estate question. Do you see more results from any one particular tool? And this gets to the heart of, of the challenge of most realtors is they only want to do one thing at most, right? And you can do one thing. You might find your favorite tool in Listings to Leads, and you might just gravitate to that. Maybe you can only remember that, and that will be great. You'll be excited that you found that. But Terry came back and said, hey, my best tip to give you is to do everything on the checklist. Don't overthink it. For instance, and then he gives some examples, but he's been a client of ours for a while, and he's basically saying he's got a database of 6,000 people in about 3 years, and they use all of our tools, and he's in our group a lot. Alicia came here and said, I started this 45 days ago. I've got 2 listings from it, and I've got 4 more opportunities the next 6 months. And it just keeps going on. So I'll come back to the mastermind group, but before we go, I want you to make sure you get in it. And the easiest way to get in this group is to go look for me. And my name is Vincent Meza. I am in Lafayette, California. And if you find me and friend me and just say, hey, I'm part of Weichert, I will just, boom, I can just in one click get you into the group. Otherwise, you can log into your account and I'll show you where you do that. And our support team will help you and things like that.
How did you spell his last name?
I think it's M-E-Z-A.
Oh, I thought it was M-A-Z-A.
It is M-E-Z-A.
Okay.
He must be hearing us. You hearing us, Vince?
I do. I have very good ears, yeah. So the mastermind group is huge. I'm going to show you one more thing there, unless I'm lost. And then I'm going to let me just show you instead of and forgive me, it's still early. I haven't finished my first cup of coffee. Dustin, but I'll get it together. So here's another great article, and I recommend that you all find this article. Look for the word Dustin, and you're going to see Dustin, who's in the East Coast. This is a year old now, but our clients are all doing this, and he is doing this consistently. He said, basically, our highest ROI in our business has been the neighborhood flyer. This is one of those tools. If you could figure out one tool, I would definitely say this is a great tool. And he took this tool that we automatically create. I'm going to show you where it is in a bit. He printed it. He put it in a black envelope. Oh, I need to turn that off. He put one page of his calendar in there. He put one page of his Zillow reviews in there, and he mailed it to 250 homes. And it cost him $600, right, just to do that mailing. But from 250 homes, he got 10 listings with an average commission of $17,000. And that's why he's saying, like, this is something that they always do now. And so there are many stories. You'll see things like this pop up in this mastermind group. You'll also see Scott and I putting our webinars up here, invitations to the webinars. We typically record them and put them in here. And we are pushing new tools all the time. It used to be about every 2 weeks, but we're doing bigger projects, so it seems like every 30 days we've got something new happening. And if something is happening on the internet, and it affects lead generation in real estate, we're probably going to know about it before you know about it. And so it's just wise, I think, to keep in touch with us. I think one thing about listings to leads for our clients who actually use the tools, they get a lot of leads and they get a lot of business and they get a lot of reach and a lot of, their name gets out there. So we'll kind of get into that. One more thing about how to learn about listings to leads is when you scroll down, there's a blog, and Scott collates the best ideas coming from our mastermind group and puts it in here. And there's one article I want all of you to look at, and it's the second article. And only look at this if you want more listings, okay? If you want more listings, open this article and understand what is going on. And let me explain to you the gist of this post. This is saying that we have a handful of tools designed to capture listing leads. And on this page, they are ranked by what converts the most. So the print flyer for nearby homeowners, it gets the fewest, it doesn't get a huge amount of leads, but those leads convert the fastest into listings. Then there's the e-flyer for the database, there's seller social media, and then right down at the bottom is our home valuation landing page and Facebook ads. You may know what that's about, right? There's actually realtors, there are a lot of companies out there that create tools that we call home value landing pages, right? And and basically it says, hey, would you like your home value? Type in your address here. And I'd say 5 to 10 agents every day of the week come and sign up on our platform for this one tool only. And it's pretty effective because if you take this tool and you put it on Facebook and you say, I want everybody in Naples to see what is your Naples home worth, people are going to see it, they're going to click it, and you're going to start getting addresses. This is a great way of getting those, getting listing leads. But worth noting, while it probably captures the most amount of leads, they convert the slowest. So the highest converting one is actually that letter that I showed you that Dustin Fox had mailed to 250 homes. Fewer leads, but higher conversion. So this letter is right here before you even log into our system. It's the second blog post. So if you're interested in getting more listings, I recommend that you have a look at that.
Vince, quick question. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you guys find the just listed or just sold letter more effective, or it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. Because our clients use that letter at the open house status. Some people use it as just listed and some people use it as just sold. And it just doesn't matter. What you're doing is you're telling people in that neighborhood that you are a professional working in their area. You're selling a house there. And that alone gives them confidence because on the page, and I'll show you the actual page, it's going to say, hey, if you want to learn about that house, go here. If you'd like your own home value for free, go here on the same letter. And that's why it works so well. It's just, it's pretty straightforward. It's not the sexiest tool we've got, but it is a very solid tool. So we will look at that in a second. So this, what I'm looking at now, it's a support page. And when we turned on your account, which I did turn it on probably a half hour ago, you all should receive an email that has some instructions. And on that, it says, go here to get started. And if you click that link on that email, it's going to bring you to this page. And on this page, this is definitely what I want you to get your arms around. Learn the top 5 tools, right? If you can get these top 5 tools in your business consistently, you are going to be happy. Your clients who are selling homes with you are going to be happy. Your business is going to grow. All right. And so this is the listing landing page. This is an automatic tool designed to market your listings. I'm going to show you where it is, how you get it, and what you do with it. We have tools for you to send to your seller and that they can share also on their social media or in email. They are great for getting more buyers. They're great for getting more listings, and they're great for getting your name out for more referrals. If you've got a CRM, we've got a great tool for you to blast out to market homes. Also great very effective at getting listing leads. And the print flyer for nearby homeowners, which is the one that I was mentioning earlier, is on this list, and our home valuation landing page. If you can get these 5 things in your business, you're going to be psyched. You're going to see a lot of difference. Your business is basically going to change. Down here tells you how to connect your CRM. Talks about appearance. You don't need to worry about that. We set it up for the office so that you kind of have your colors there and stuff. Facebook Pixels is here. This is a little bit techy. 1% of our clients understand what a Facebook Pixel is. They don't need it to capture leads. Auto posting is a big deal. It makes your life super easy. I am going to dive into that in a little bit. And then if you want to see how to market here, if you want to learn about Facebook advertising, how to run ads here, and then we have our live training here. So you all should have this page in your email in the next 30 minutes if you don't have it already. And that is going to sort of help you understand what we've got going here. So right now I'm in the profile and I want to show you a few things that each of you should be talking about or not talking about, but know what's going on. On the preferences section, there's a middle column here. And one thing that I have checked here is show Zillow reviews. If you have reviews on Zillow, if you check this box and save it over here, we're going to create a page that looks like this. And it showcases your Zillow reviews, right? Now, it pulls them in automatically. It has your contact info. It has a little form over here that says, what is your home worth? And then over here, it's got links to your website. When we set it up, these links are pointing to your office website because I don't know every one of your agents if the agents have websites, but these pages are linking directly to your website. So if you want to change that, you can change that inside of your account on the lead link section. When you log in as an agent, there's a tab up here at the top that says lead links, and you can update those links and change the direction. But basically on lead links here, we've got links and they're pointing to these pages. And if you want to change those, you just click this edit button, which is a pencil, and you put in a destination of your website, right? And then those links that are on your tools will point to your website. Now, I pulled this up last night, but this morning we turned on the account and it started auto sweeping listings. So now this listing this is Miracle's page. Her listing is here as well on the right. So this is a great tool if you're getting reviews on Zillow to get more leads. Right here is all of her reviews. Right here are all of her listings. And if I click on this listing, it opens up the single property website, which is another tool that we automatically create for you. We get your listing swept in from the MLS via List Hub. It comes in with the photos, kind of everything you need. And once we get this, we are going to email a stack of tools to you for you to use and market. And we're going to get into that of what to do with that in just a second. Now, I do want to kind of touch on this, which is it's probably one of the last tools that agents kind of figure out. But since we're here, let's look at this is what you should do if you have reviews popping on this. And since Miracle does, this is exactly what she should do. She should take that and go over to her website and say, and let's just say, hey, Scott, right? Tag your client, and write something nice, right? If you can spell correctly. Hope, sugarcoat it. Hope your family enjoys the home, your new home, right? Boom. And then paste in that link. So we're pasting in the link at the top, the web address at the top of this page. And when we do that, it should pull up a picture. Let's click it and see if it's going to work for me. It does. So if you tag your client in this post, all of their friends and family on Facebook are going to see this. And as you can see, there's sort of some Hollywood spotlights, there's some gold stars, and you're thanking them for their review. So if their friends are looking for a realtor, they're going to see that you were their realtor and that they wrote a great review for you. And if they click on that, they're going to see all of your reviews, right? And they're going to see all your listings on the right. So this is a great way for you to get referrals, get leads, and that's just one of the tools. That's what we do when we see that you've got reviews in Zillow. So back to the profile on the preferences page, you can turn that on. Now also, this is listing lead capture right here. And this might sound a little bit techy, but I want you to know what this is exactly, because this is how you capture leads. This is up here is a single property website for Miracle, for her property. We automatically generate it. We can automatically push this out on social media for you. We'll give it to you and you can do it yourself. But I want to kind of point out what's going on here, right? So I'm going to refresh this page. And when somebody lands on this page for the first time, let's say they see it on Facebook or they see it on Twitter or they see it in an email, wherever they see it, when they click it, it opens up and they're looking at this. And after a few minutes or a few seconds rather, a call to action is going to pop up in their face. We were looking at it a second ago, but I closed it and refreshed it. And this is the call to action. It says, hey, to continue to follow this home, click this button. Continue with Facebook, okay? And you'll notice that I don't actually have any way of getting out of here. I either continue with Facebook, or I can use my email down here and fill it out right here, but I can't close this. All right, there's no way to close this. I basically got to give up some contact information, or I got to go away. Right, close the page and go away. So I'm going to click continue with Facebook, and I want you to watch the screen real quickly. You're going to see a flash, and that flash is listings to leads reaching into Facebook, and now it's and the settings. You'll notice that it's got my name, my email automatically pulled in from Facebook. I also on the settings said I want to show the phone number. It's not required. You maybe can't see it, but there would be an asterisk here to make a phone number required. And I didn't, I just said I'll show it just in case somebody will give me their phone number. But at that point, I can say, see the details now, and I can go back and continue to look at the property. Now, Miracle has my contact information that was showing inside of Facebook. All right. So that's the nature of what we're doing. There is information that consumers want. Maybe they want a list of homes for sale. Maybe they want to find out about a home you sold. Maybe they want to learn about an open house. But
That just popped up into Miracle's text too.
oh, cool, awesome. So that's what we're up to, right? We're for you to give away details or answer a question, you got to get some contact info. Please let Miracle know I'm not buying in Florida anytime soon. I'm too young. so,
She said she had three others for you to see.
oh, okay. Great. So the one thing about this page, though, let's kind of go back to that follow this home. I want to talk about this right here because this is important. You can see here there's a display for 10 seconds, so people can look for 10 seconds, and then that thing is going to pop up. Forced registration means I can't close this. It is forced on me. And then enable Facebook registration means that it's got continue with Facebook. Okay? And then show phone field or make a phone field required. So, excuse me. So, if you make a phone field required, you're going to shoot your lead gen right in the foot. I mean, you will kill it by 90%, 99%. And
if you make the phone field required.
Oh,
correct. People don't want to give up their phone numbers online. I'm sure you guys don't either. But there are agents that feel like I don't want to lead without a phone number. So if that's you, knock yourself out. Check that box. I have show the phone field. But I also want to talk about forced registration, and I'm gonna turn this off right now and save it, and then I'm gonna refresh this page over here for Miracle. And then I'm going to click follow this home, which we would have to wait 10 seconds, but we'll just push it quickly. And you'll notice that now there's a little circle with an X up here. I can close this if I don't want to fill that out. Okay? And I can continue to look at the property without giving you my contact information. So that's what it means when you have if you turn off forced registration. Also, enable Facebook registration. So I want to kind of walk you through that. You know how it works, right? Where it's an API, it's software connected to Facebook, and we can get their information, and that's awesome. People click that thing faster than they blink their eyes. They just do. And that's why our clients get a lot of leads, and they're super psyched about that. But I want to point out that when you click that, and I'm not going to click it again because I don't want to bother Miracle, most people don't know that they just gave you their name and phone number or their name and email. Because if they click that button, they don't even have to type anything in. The only reason why there was that second stage of type in your phone number if you want is because I said show the phone number. If I didn't say show the phone number over here, show phone field, it would have went bam. It would have just captured the information. I wouldn't have known anything else as a consumer. And the point of that is they don't know that they actually gave you their name and email. Capturing leads is great, but actually converting leads is where it's at. And I want to make sure that you understand that if you have your settings for Facebook registration, you will get a lot of leads, and you want to think about putting them in a CRM and dripping on them and getting really good at converting leads. Some clients will turn this off. I'm going to turn it off right now for Miracle. And now when I refresh this page, Give it a second. Follow this home. It doesn't present me with a Facebook deal. It presents me with, I'm typing in my name and email to get that information. Okay. And that's sometimes better because they now know, like, oh, I gave you my information. So um, I'm gonna save it like this, and this is actually how I like to set it up. And I just want you to understand the difference of this because for a lot of clients, they get a lot of leads and they're kind of blown away. They've never seen anything like it. They start using a lot of our tools and they start getting a lot of leads, and that's cool. And I want that to be there for you. But if you start getting a bunch of leads and you can't convert them, you're not going to be happy about that, right? Because then it's just kind of a senseless deal. A lot of people convert leads simply from Facebook registration, and they're good at it. They know what they're doing, kind of thing. But this is a nice way to present it, which is I can't close this page. I have forced registration on, and I have Facebook registration turned off, so that I've got it. If whatever it says, give me your name, give me your email address. I don't. It's not required for the phone number. I can't go away. This is a good way to have it as well. But so I just want you to know that's how that works. I'm going to turn this back on for you, Miracle, and then you can kind of see that. There's also a section here, and we can look at it here. One of our number one tools, it's actually on the top 5 list of tools, is the property valuation page. And you see here that it's on the side of her listing. So these we call lead links, lead gen links, because when somebody sees your home, they don't all want to buy this exact home, right? That's just how real estate is. You got something for sale, not everybody's going to buy it. There's hundreds of people looking for a home, but they don't all want this one. So if you have a link over here that says Boca Raton homes for sale, or Boca Raton condos, or See All Homes, these are pointing to your website. But there's also one here that says free home values, or you could say free condo values. And when they click here, it drops them on this home value landing page. I recommend you change the background picture of that because that doesn't look like Florida to me. But maybe it does. But that data set, let me show you how this works real quick. You can type in an address of any residential property in the country. And this is how the page works. This is, by the way, this is back to that article about high quality leads. This is number 6. This is the home valuation landing page. This is one of our more important tools for capturing listing leads. You'll notice it's also on the top 5 tool list, the home value landing page. That's what this is, and this is how it works. You can drop in a residential address, click get the value, and page 2, let's give it a second to get there, says, it shows us a map, right? And it says, great, that's your home, your value is ready, your report is ready. But for me to get my value of my own home, I gotta give you an email address. So I put in an email address. I said, well, I'm just thinking about selling, or I need to sell so I can buy, or I need to sell, right? And then when I click view my report, probably you, Tony, are going to get a lead with my contact info. You're going to get my you get 2 leads actually. The first lead you get is just my address, right? Because I typed in the address and I click go. The second lead that you get is my address with my contact info because I typed it in. And me, the consumer, I'm looking at all the homes that sold. I'm looking at the values, the ups and downs of my, the median stuff. And I'm looking at your contact info down at the bottom. If Tony had Zillow reviews, his reviews would be here as well. So the point of that is on your profile, this is the valuation data source. Onboard Infometrics and Zillow. You should test out which is more accurate in your area. Oftentimes, Onboard Infometrics is more accurate, and other times Zillow is more accurate. So that's how you control where that data source comes from. These things you should know about are on your preferences. Automation, don't worry about that. If you want to add your own social media links that will be added on some of the flyers, little buttons that they can join you on Facebook, you can do that here. Automation is set up for you. Lead links we talked about. I will tell you this. This link here is pointing to the office website. And I'm going to tell you that, and we're kind of going a little bit deep here, but it's good that you know how these things work. This is a link to your website. I really recommend if you want to maximize lead gen links, add a link to your website with price points. So in Boca Raton, what's the price point where homes just fly off the shelves? You know, there's a place where if it's under, let's just say 500, they're gone in less than 2 weeks. If they're over that price, they sit there for months. What is that price point? Do you know?
Probably about that, 4 and under maybe.
Okay, so let's just do that. I'm going to say 400K. And I'm going to check this box. That makes it a default link, in this case, for all of Miracle's listings. And price points actually get clicked on really fast because if I'm looking for a home, I don't have an unlimited budget. And I have there's a price point where I think of. And if you're showing it to me, bam, I'm going to click that very quickly. And when I check that box, that makes that, let's refresh this page again. That shows up on the side. And so now we have Boca Raton homes for sale, Boca Raton homes for under 400K. You might want Boca Raton condos, right? And pointing them ideally to different pages on your website. But at least they're call to actions to get them. If they don't like this home that you're selling, they can go look at other things, maybe waterfront properties or things like that. Or maybe there's a coveted area, right? I remember I was in Miami and there was some place called Coconut Grove, super sweet little neighborhood. Maybe you focus on a neighborhood that you want people always, when they're looking at your listings, to know, like, Coconut Grove homes for sale. You can do things like that too. So that's a little bit of the stuff that's on your profile. There's one other cool thing here. It's called a lead gen signature. And it has all of your favorite lead links built in. You can copy this and embed it in your email. You can copy it here and embed it in Gmail, or you can put it on a blog if you want. But this is a great signature because these are clickable links for getting your home value. Seeing homes like Boca Raton homes for under 400K. So this is inside all in your profile. And once you're there and you got that set, you don't have to mess with it anymore. Oh, I forgot one super important thing. Let's go back. Auto posting. Now I mentioned it because in this letter here, which is the get started, which you all have in your email, one of the things is listing marketing auto post. And this is really powerful stuff. I will show you what it looks like. But on your profile, you go right here to auto posting and you click this button. Now, I can't click it because I'm in like an admin account. You connect your Facebook, connect Twitter, and connect LinkedIn, even if you have like very few people following you, because we put in hashtags and people follow hashtags and you can get a lot of visibility and leads. Then just go here to the listings page. Don't click anything else. Click this green button here that says copy and put it right here and paste it inside this box. Now here, I like these emojis, and I'm going to kind of do this. Is Miracle in the room with you, Tony?
She should be in Boca. Miracle, you there?
Miracle.
She's here.
Thanks. Hey, Miracle, do you have anything, like when you're marketing in your market and you're putting stuff out there, is there any kind of tagline that you like to have associated with your advertising, like Miracle the Rock Star? You're kind of cutting out on me. Can somebody get closer to the phone and tell me what that is?
The tagline is, everyone needs a miracle.
Oh, I like that. I like that. And if I put this here and I save this, if Miracle connects her social media, everyone everything that goes to all the social media is always going to have that tagline there, right? So that's how you do that there. And you set this up one time and then boom, you sort of go about your day. So now that's the kind of stuff that you need to set up. Um, Tony, do you guys all kind of use one CRM? Do you use CRMs?
Yeah, everyone either has or will be getting their own CRM.
Which one is that? Do you know? Oh,
Well, Weichert's coming out with one. It's through EV Core. We're hopefully expecting it any day now.
okay. Well, right here you can.
Some of us use the one that's on iHouse. Some of us use the one that's on Market Leader.
Okay.
So it's the back end of the website.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So I understand. And so you've got different ones. I do recommend that you have a CRM, especially if you're going to be working with us, because you're going to start getting leads, and those sitting in your inbox is just not super helpful for you. You connect your CRMs right in this section, and most of those companies that you just named, they have a forwarding email. They have an email address for you, Tony, specifically. And if you put that in there in this spot and you save it, any lead we capture will send to that email, and then they drop it into your CRM automatically. So this is where you connect your CRM and CRM integration. All right. So let's quit talking about this boring stuff and let's go into what the actual listing looks like. So when Miracle logs in, she is going to go to the listings page and see her own listing. And when you log in, you'll see your own listings. If you don't have listings, you can borrow listings, and I can't show you that in this view, but I will show you that in a couple minutes. But let's just kind of go through Miracles to look at it. So one thing that you should know, and I'll show it to you, is that there are a couple of things that make listings to leads unique. One is obviously we capture a lot of leads, but two is these lead gen links I was talking about. These actually affect a lot. A lot of people will click those. But three, we also want you to market your homes at different times. And the call to actions change based on those times. So if it's coming soon, the call to action is different from just listed. If it's open house, it's different from pending and just sold. Coming soon, just listed, active marketing, and open houses are all designed to capture more buyers. When a home is pending or sold, the same home call to actions start to become designed to capture listing leads. So you shouldn't put your listing in and forget about it. You should take advantage, leverage your listing at every status, and you're going to get, again, a lot of visibility and a lot of leads. So this one is just listed. We're going to leave it there, and we're going to go to the task list. Now, the thing about the task list is you could work right here inside. We create all these tools automatically for you. But we also email the tools to you. So Miracle probably has an email, 3 emails. And one of them has a bunch of links in it that says, here are all the tools that you should be using. And so in this, it doesn't look like this because it's designed for an email. But I want to check off right here 4 of the tools. They are social media posts for your social media ads for your client, for the seller, the e-flyer for your database, and the print flyer for nearby homeowners. As a reminder, those are 4 of the top 5 tools in our system. The 5th top tool is the home value landing page, which is this. Okay? So those tools that I'm saying you got to be using consistently, I just checked on here. Now I want to point out what happens when I check this box. If I deselect it, it takes away the date. If I select it, it puts the date back there. It's just a placeholder for you to know what you did and when you did it. To actually use the tool, you got to click in and click that green button, and it shows you the tool right here. All right. And this is called the listing landing page. You could share this to your social media, or you could share the single property website. The single property website looks, well, actually it looks like this. And we've been looking at the single property website. This is the actual single property website. But I actually think when you're trying to get buyers, the listing landing page is definitely the way to go. This is a great tool. And let's just look at this one. So if we look at this one, it says just listed in Pompano Beach. You're using our text service, so we automatically build in the text system so that somebody could text that number to that one and they're going to get instant information. You are going to get a lead with their phone number. If you get a text lead, if you get a lead with a phone number, I recommend you text them. I don't recommend you pick up the phone and call them because they're not ready for you yet, but start texting them and asking them questions until they're ready to talk to you. The way that you capture a lead here is obviously they can text this number to this number, or they can click continue with Facebook. Either way, you're going to get a lead. And once they get that once they give up that contact info, they get dropped on the single property website, but you know now who's interested in this home. Okay? So when you get the tool like this, you could actually take this link here, the web address at the top, and go over to Facebook and say, hey, you know what? Here's a great home, right? And type something in to talk about the home, right? You guys probably have done that. You just go there, you paste the link, and when you paste the link, let's give it a second. It looks like this, all right? Just listed in Pompano Beach. If somebody clicks on that picture, it opens up the listing landing page. This listing landing page captures the lead for you. That's awesome, right? We actually emailed this tool to you like with a hyperlink so you could open it up and share it right from there. There's even share buttons over here on the left. You can't quite see them. But if you're inside the account, you could also just click the share button right here. So if I click Facebook right here, it opens up, we'll just wait for it to do its thing. It pushes it right to Facebook and it says, do you want to feed it on your news feed for your friends, or do you want to put it on a page you manage like your business page, right? And if I put it there, and I'll actually just put it, I'll put it on my news feed so we can see it. And just write, you got to write something. Great new condo in Florida, right? And then, whatever is cool about the home. Does it have a new kitchen, or, is it great schools? All that, right? And you should actually add emojis. And this is going to sound silly, and you're going to think about this for this is like something about kids, but emojis actually get people to click. So if you wrote the same thing without emojis, you would have fewer people click. And that's kind of I have always resisted posting or talking about emojis, but we just have so much evidence that we know that you got to do it. So I'm going to show you when you turn on auto posting, which we're talking about with Miracles, the emojis go in automatically. So that is the listing landing page. This is the tool, number one on our top 5 tools list. It is great for capturing leads. You got to get it out one way or another. Either let us do it automatically or click a share button like I just did. And then the next tool, which we also automatically email to you, Miracle has this for this listing. This is one of the most confusing tools. And I hope that Scott and I fix this, because it does 2 things. One is it's just confusing for agents. We're asking you to read things, and I know agents don't like to read things. What you need to do is open this email and copy what is at the bottom, what is between the 2 red lines. And it says our home is just listed. And copy that and email it to your client. And let's close this. What happened here? No, let's just leave that there. Let's close it. Let's go here, and I got to kind of refresh. Forgive me, guys. I'm kind of lost. So this tool is for your seller. This is not for you to put on your social media. I already showed you how you get your things to your social media, right? And what you do is you send this to your client and you say, hey, client, would you put this on your wall? Would you put this on your Facebook? Um, because it will, we're doing all kinds of things. We got it in the MLS, we're getting the word out. But if you would put this up there, it's just going to get more eyes, everything we can do to make this better for you. And this is the gist of this. Yes, if you click on this photograph, it's going to open up the single property website to capture leads for you. Okay. But if I'm the homeowner and you sent this to me and it says our home is for sale and Miracle at Weichert Realtors created this and many other tools, this is your client telling all their friends and family and colleagues on Facebook that you're their realtor. And that is the point of getting your name in front of your clients, friends, and family multiple times. Do it when it's just listed. Do it when it's open house. And definitely do it when it's sold. I'm going to show you. Actually, this is my page. Maybe I've got a just sold thing. Bear with me for scrolling around here. If not, I will go find it. Sorry, guys. I'll figure it out. I'll show you what a just sold looks like because it's a straight up pre-written testimonial. But the point is, we email that tool to you, forward it to your client, call your client for 5 seconds to say, hey, please put that on your wall. All right. Now, the next tool is the eFlyer for your database. And this database refers to your CRM. And I won't send this to you because this automatically went to Miracle. If she has a CRM, she could copy this code and put it inside of her CRM and blast it out. And it says instant update. This is just listed. So if you're collecting leads and you're collecting hundreds of leads.
Go ahead.
Yes. Question?
So our CRM flow that we're using doesn't work in our CRM.
Kevin, let me interrupt you. I think you got to get closer to the phone because you're cutting out really badly.
Sorry about that. This is Alan.
Oh, okay.
I have a CRM that I've been using iHouse called Turbo Leads.
Yeah.
And I have been trying to copy this code into it. It's not has nowhere for a source button. I've watched many of your tutorial videos on it. Not
Is there a button on your CRM so you can see here? So what Alan is saying is he has a CRM that is apparently not giving him the ability to input HTML. So let me show you how this. And Alan, the question I have is, not every company names source like I have it here the way that we have it named. Sometimes it says HTML, and sometimes it's just an eyeball. And
yeah, unfortunately, it has none of them. I've searched repeatedly.
Yeah, well then I don't know. In order to, this sounds like they don't allow you to embed third-party products into their CRM.
I think so.
Yeah, so that's one, that can be an issue. But this is what.
Is there a way to copy the actual email? Not via HTML?
Do you mean copy it without HTML? Alan?
Yes.
Well, you might be able to copy it just like I'm doing here in a graphic format.
Oh.
Right? If I right click and I can copy all this. So maybe try that. So I want to point out this letter here. You can copy the code if your CRM allows you to paste in code. But this has a hyperlink in your text to get buyer leads. Again, it says when that home is sold, that's going to affect your home value. So if somebody looks at this, they're going to go, oh, I can get my home value. I can click on this here, or I can click here. They're going to love that. Or they just scroll down and see your signature and they click on see your reviews or see homes under 400K. This is all about lead capture for you. This is actually one of the top tools for getting listing leads. These leads are really good because, again, you're telling the market, I'm selling a home in your area. You can get your home value here. These are really good, high-quality seller leads. So I'll close that. And the last one is the print flyer for nearby homeowners. And the print flyer for nearby homeowners, looks almost like that flyer that we used. This is the tool that I was mentioning at the beginning of the call, is our number one tool for getting listing leads. It is not meant for the internet. It is meant to print and door knock or print and mail. And as a reminder, and I'll kind of point this out to you. Back in our mastermind group, I remember it was actually this year we had a client sign up, and our clients, they sign up and they're awesome because they share a lot of things here. And then of course you always have clients, you have agents say, they don't bother to read any of our instructions and they just come in here and start asking questions. Cheyenne, her name isn't Cheyenne, but this is the area where she targets. So she came in here and I remember her asking questions about Facebook advertising. She had heard from some coach or somebody that if you take this and you put it on Facebook and run an ad, you're going to get a lot of listings. And she, for probably 2 months, was asking questions here or there, and I could just tell she was not getting it. And hopefully she got on some training classes and finally figured it out. But before she figured it out, she came here and said, hey, I door knocked 200 homes in 7 hours and picked up 6 buyer leads and 4 listings. So this was a low-tech solution. She printed this letter and door knocked for 7 hours and got 4 listings. It is in every one of your accounts. We email it to you automatically. It doesn't matter if it is just listed or open house or sold. If you want more listings in that neighborhood, this is the best tool to get those listings. So those are 4 of the top 5 tools for market of our system. There's a virtual tour here. It's a great tool. It captures leads for you. I really recommend you take the hyperlink, you open it up, you can look at the virtual tour, you can copy it, put it on your listings directly on Zillow and on Trulia. People see your listings there. If somebody inquires, maybe you get the lead, but 3 other agents get the lead at the same time. If they're interested in your property and you have a virtual tour, they're going to click that long before they ask an agent anything. And as you can probably imagine, those leads only go to you. So that's how you market your listings. There's also tools for Craigslist. We auto upload your virtual tours to YouTube. And I actually recommend, if you use Gmail, it means you have your own YouTube channel. I recommend you go to your profile and connect to your YouTube channel so that we can auto post your virtual tours to your own channel. That just makes you look like you understand technology, right? I've got my own YouTube channel. I put my virtual tours there. If you work with me, you're going to be on my channel, and I know I'm all over social media and I know what's going on. You can dominate social media if you use our tools. There's just no 2 ways about it. So that's really how you market a listing. All the tools I just showed you show up in your mailbox automatically. You could work from your phone, or you could log in and work from here as well. And let's see here. One more thing. Let's see if I can get back. Does anybody have an open house this weekend?
Yes, we do.
Which agent has an open house?
Carmen Russo and I did. This is Kevin.
Carmen. Okay, I don't see any listings. So on your name then, Tony, what's the address?
5698 Northeast 7th Avenue.
Let's see, is that listing in here? Is this Kevin or is this Tony?
This is Kevin.
Ah, okay. So is it under your name, Kevin?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I went in the wrong direction. Here we go. Oh, you got the open house here. It's already in there. So
yeah.
I don't know if you did that automatically or if we got that from the MLS. Let me show you a couple of tools. We've actually talked about these tools, but now that it's an open house, things look kind of dramatically different. So the listing landing page is the number 1 tool of our top 5 tools. This is what it looks like now. It's open house, so the call to action is different, right? This is a just listed landing page that's just listed. This is a just listed landing page when it's an open house. It's time sensitive, so we've sort of got this Mission Impossible ticking time bomb thing on the left. If you want more information, You got to click that button right there. You give up your information, then boom, we drop you on the single property website. This is a great tool, Kevin, to get out all over the internet. This is a great tool for capturing leads. On this same page, this is where the top 5 tools are. Oh, somebody's already in here. So Kevin, somebody knows what's going on. I'm excited to see that. The social media for your client.
It's me.
I definitely recommend you use social media for your client. So let's look at this real quick to see how is that different, right? So remember I showed you this. I said give it to your client and have them put it on their wall. And let's look at what it looks like when it's not just listed, when it's open house. Let's see what that looks like.
I can.
So you paste it in here. Now this gets emailed to Kevin automatically, and Kevin should take that, forward it to the client, call that client, even leave them a voicemail, say, hey, I just sent you an email. Would you put that on your Facebook wall for us so we can get more people to your open house, right? And it says, we're having an open house on Sunday, and Kevin at Weichert is our guy. And if they click on that, they can learn about that home. And if we click on, let's just click on it together. This is designed to market. It's designed to capture leads. Kevin, if you've got your own website, I recommend you take advantage of those lead links on the left-hand side here to point people to your website. So that's kind of, I'm going to get out of here, which I'm kind of looking at your account, and I'm going to log into my account. And Tony, I know we're going a little bit long. I hope you can hang out. I'll try to wrap this up in 10 minutes. This is my account, so we're not looking at your listings anymore. But I want to show you one more thing about the tools for your client, for your seller social media. And that is when a home is sold. I have a bunch of listings in my account. By the way, now that I'm logged in as an agent, you can see that there's a link here to connect to our mastermind group. That's pretty cool. But man, it's weird. It's like this, sometimes you get caught in this circular loop and it doesn't get you anywhere. The fastest way to get into our mastermind group is to friend me, Vincent Meza, in Lafayette. And then just say I'm with Weichert, and I'll see that. Also, if you get in the group, you can invite your other agents to get in. And so I would recommend that. As long as you're a client, we'll let you in the group. It's a secret group for clients only. So where was I? Here. We do have live training every week, and I do recommend that you get on that. You'll learn a lot about us there as well. But back on my listings page, give me a second. I've got open houses, I've got actives, but I've also got just sold. And I want to show you what a tool looks like, what it does when it's just sold for seller social media. Because this is kind of like a power, this is that one very serious, powerful tool, and I'll show you why. Let's remember that this home is sold, okay? And all you got to do is change the status to sold on the listings page. If it doesn't happen automatically, get in here and just take it from active to sold, and we're going to send all the tools to you automatically. But let's look at it on Facebook to see what in the world Vince is talking about. You give this to your client, and you say, hey, please put that on your wall, right? It's not like you're putting it on your wall and tagging the client. What you're doing is you're giving it to them, saying putting on yours. And it says, our home is sold, and we want to recommend you at your office for doing an excellent job. Here is your phone number and email. Just bam. It's a testimonial going to all the friends and family of your client right on Facebook, okay? And if they're interested, because maybe they want to sell a home, they might click that. And if they click that, we drop them right on the single property website, okay? And the photos are there, and all your favorite lead gen links are on the side. But the call to action is different. Remember we had that call to action for the open house? And the open house was like a ticking time bomb thing, right? It looks like that, right? The call to action over here, and I'm lost. Let's see. Here, it says that home the sale of that home affected your home value. And so this call to action is designed to get more listing leads. Get your free home value here, right? Get it now. And that's a point. The call to actions change throughout the statuses. To take advantage of those statuses, make sure and go to your listings page and just toggle it here or add the open house over here by clicking edit. So that's how you market listings. One last thing on this page. The client review website is here. That's how we started the call. I'm showing you Miracle's page with all of her reviews and all of her listings on one page. Put it on your wall, tag your client. It looks like that. And then agent listing website. That has all of your listings and all of your reviews on one website. That's pretty cool. Tony, do you guys do a lot of open houses?
Yeah, I mean, there are agents when they have listings that do them. Yeah, I would say
So
yes.
there's one cool tool over here that's really useful for an office. It's an open house tool. And it basically looks, in a way, kind of like this, but it has your listings right up front in the middle. And it'll have all of your open houses that are, as long as they've checked it as open house, all of them will be on that one page. And anytime somebody clicks on them, the leads go directly to the agent. So that one tool you could put on Facebook and put a $30 on it and say, hey, I want everybody in Boca Raton to see this, and say, hey, we got 5 open houses this weekend. Click here for details. That's a great tool for you to use. The other part of our system is called landing pages. So that's all the tools on the listings page. On the landing page, there are many different kinds of landing pages. And I recommend that you use at least the home valuation landing page. There's a landing page for FSBOs. There's a landing page for expireds. There are custom landing pages that you can create. Maybe you've got a really cool report about what to do when you're going to buy or sell a home. You can create a landing page to say, hey, if you want that report, give me your contact info, right? And you put a picture of Florida in the background, something like that. But I want you guys all to come to this page and go to Property Valuation Plus, just like I'm doing here, and type in the name of the town of wherever you want more listings. And just like that, Boca Raton, right? And click Add Landing Page. And the whole point of this page, it's the home value landing page. So once we do that, hopefully it drops us on the editor. Yeah, it does. So this is where you can kind of get confused. And I want to point out, if you just want leads and you don't want to be running in circles, just follow the steps I am showing you. This generic picture is not very helpful. You need to have a picture of this case of the back end in the back of Boca Raton. And I have a picture right here that I think this is right here is Boca Raton right here. And when you save that, it pushes it right in the background of the page. And while that's baking, I'm going to point out something to you, because the background picture is actually a really important part of capturing leads. And so I set up the offices all over the country, and I do this call for every office that we set up, almost every office. And I show them how to use the tools. And up in Summit, New Jersey, which is kind of a small town, 25,000 people, their manager came to me after we did this call, and they said, Vince, the #1 landing page for home values is the page where we have Summit Diner in the background. And that's because Summit Diner is like a 70-year-old restaurant on Main Street. If you know Summit Diner, you know Summit, New Jersey. And if you're going to tell me that you're going to give me the value of my home, you kind of got to know my area, right? So this is a picture of Boca Raton, but you got to figure out maybe it's a main street, maybe it's a mall, maybe it's a landmark. You want to make sure you're conveying to people on the internet that you know their area. That's all you got to do is change that background picture. And one more thing, in advanced options, there is a section, there's auto posting. You can turn that on. I'm not too worried about that. I am worried about follow-up. because if you check this box and you save it, if you get a lead, and I showed you how you captured the lead, somebody types in their address and then they put in their contact. If they give you their email every month, we're going to give them an updated value automatically from you and your email address. And not only that, it's going to say, would you like to schedule a 5-minute valuation to, a real, consultation on your home? It will have your contact info and all that stuff down here. The whole point of this is when you capture a lead for a home value, I don't know what kind of training you've had. You might have heard it. You got to call that lead in 5 minutes or in 5 seconds or in a split second. I have no idea. The average, the average response is, I don't know what you're talking about. And that's really a bummer, but you've been trained to call people in 5 seconds, so you're going to do it anyway. The point is, if somebody filled that form out, they wanted their home value, it was probably for a real reason. But it wasn't because they wanted a phone call from a realtor immediately. That was not the reason they filled out anything online. But this letter goes out every month from you. And people are beginning to fill these things out and just schedule listing presentations. That is the point. And so I recommend that when you create a home value landing page, you click on advanced options on the top left, you click on follow up, you check that box and you save it. And as soon as you've done that, start getting this thing out on the internet. And you can run an ad with this, or it can be embedded as a lead gen link on all of your listings. But this is a great tool for capturing listing leads. So I'm not, I've held you for a bit late, so let me know, can I answer any questions for you?
Anybody have any questions?
Okay.
Well, I didn't hear that one.
No, I think we're good. Thanks, Vince. We appreciate it.
All right. We do have live classes. I do recommend that you leverage Facebook. You can get a lot of leads and a lot of building your own brand by taking our tools and putting on Facebook, capturing leads and building your brand. If you want to learn about that, we do have tutorials, and there's actually on the letter that we sent you automatically, there are tutorials on Facebook advertising here. We also have a class on Facebook advertising. I definitely recommend you get that to be part of your business as well. Everybody, thanks so much for
Marty, thank you.
For letting me go through this with you. Lean on our support
Now,
team.
I'm sorry, a quick question. There's a couple of us that have already signed up for listings to leads. Alan and myself. Huh? Mine hasn't switched over yet.
You are. I think you're all switched over. You're all inside the office account, and your credit card payments have been canceled going forward.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, so you can use your old codes. All your old work is in there. Just carry on.
Perfect.
People who sign working
He would do it again. Vince, quick question. I have some agents over in Naples that are saying they didn't get a welcome email.
That they did not. Okay. Okay. If they didn't get it, it might be in their spam folder. Have them log in. Let's see. So they don't have the ability to log in. I will email you. I think I can. The login codes for your agents. So Tony, I will send that to you, and if you want to send them their codes, they can log in. But once they log in, if they go to this Get Started page, the Get Started page has all the kind of the top 5 tools and the setup and all that.
Right. Okay.
All right. So I'll email you that in just a couple minutes here.
We'll go through and make sure that everybody got the email. We'll let you guys know.
Okie doke.
Alrighty? Thanks again.
Okay. Thanks everybody. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.